Hey guys, Magic here. I am a very anxious person. I know you all probably know that I've mentioned my anxiety so many times. It's probably stems because as I was growing up and through most of my life, I've very often been afraid. Um, I've always had this sense of impending doom. When I was a child, I was basically told that, you needed to always be on guard, always be paranoid because everyone was out to get you. Um, I always felt overwhelmed with everything that was going on because my family life was chaotic. I had a lot of pressures on me to perform, so that stressed me out. Um, I always felt like the world was a dangerous place because I was outside my house, even. I was heavily bullied and I'd been attacked, and so to me, the whole world was bad. Um, my I had many family members who were alcoholics, addicted to drugs. They were all very angry all the time. My siblings were angry all the time. I can't say I blame them. Um, our home life was rather unpredictable all the time. I was often kicked out randomly for no apparent reason other than my grandma just felt like it, um, etc. So I know that, like, at least I think the latest statistics said that 31% of Americans experience an anxiety disorder at some point in their life. I tend to get triggered when anything reminds me of anything from my past, um, or I think someone's thinking negatively of me. There's loud noises, or there's just too much going on. And sometimes my brain's a toddler and I freak out because I dropped something, okay? Like sometimes even the smallest things is like the end of the world all of a sudden. Sometimes nothing triggers it and I just suddenly have like a panic attack and I don't even know why. Um, uh, so yeah, sometimes I suffer into panic attacks. I feel like I always hope for the best, but I predict the worst all the time. I always think things are going to be awful. It's like whenever I do mess up at all, I'm automatically like, oh my God, I'm going to be in so much trouble. I always assume I'm going to get fired. I always assume that someone's going to be mad at me. I got a lot of stress, a lot of fears and worries about everything and anything. I tend to avoid going out or being around too many people. I don't like conflict. I try to avoid it at all costs. um, I very often have like imposter syndrome where I just kind of feel like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Even if I've been doing it forever and I'm pretty confident in my ability to do it, I will still feel like I'm just pretending. And that eventually they're going to find out and I'm going to lose respect or lose whatever, lose my job, lose whatever it is. I tend to be very timid and kind of shy, introverted. I get embarrassed really easy, which is why it's real hard for me to do things like play hacky sack or disc golf or like those things that I was trying to do or dance in public like I used to because I get embarrassed because I think people think I'm stupid or something. I'm very sensitive to people saying anything negative to me. A lot of time I take it harder than they meant it to be. It takes me quite a while to view it constructively, but I am working on it. Um, I did used to have a problem with medicating myself with alcohol and for a while marijuana, but I no longer do either of those. I find my anxiety tends to cause a lot of tension in my body. Today, for instance, it's in my lower back and my butt, and a little bit in my shoulders, but it's always in my shoulders and neck. I get headaches. My muscles always hurt. Sometimes I shake. I feel like my heart's beating fast even when it's not. Sometimes I have trouble breathing and I start hyperventilating, or like I can't breathe at all, you know? I get really dizzy or lightheaded. Sometimes I just get nauseous and I don't throw up, but I feel like I might. Sometimes I get goosebumps, like almost as if I'm cold when I'm not. Sometimes I twitch. Sometimes I just freeze and stare off into space. I zone out really hard. I bite off my own fingernails. I don't know if you can see, but I recently did that today. I tend to scratch at my skin, things like that. But I am working on it. I do recognize it, and as I recognize it, I can kind of talk to myself and calm myself down now. I try to look on the bright side. I always look for even though I know I'm predicting the worst case scenario, I try to think of the best case scenario and hope for that one, hold on to that. If I start to have an anxiety attack, I do some breathing in which I kind of do this hand motion with both my hands, where it comes down and then flips and goes back up. So that way, because that gives me something to focus on. I've tried to pick up back meditation and yoga. I listen to music sometimes to help recenter me. Things like that. Sometimes I give myself a little treat because that sometimes helps. Anyway, guys, I don't know if these videos are helpful to you guys at all. But if they are, just let me know. Have a good day. I'm going to go out and spread the love because love always wins.